Yo, what is up everyone? MMA with Musty here. It's been a while since the last video, dropped the podcast on Sunday. I've been in the lab studying these fights for this weekend because we got some very close fights. And I gotta get these predictions out. Also been working on some UFC 4 gameplay with the free trial. I'm gonna get that out. Have a lot of that actually recorded, just gotta post it. But I'm gonna start with the predictions today with Marlon Vera versus Sean O'Malley, which I think is a great fight. I mean, obviously we know O'Malley, one of the biggest, hyped fighters that we've seen in the UFC in a while. I really can't think of anyone that compares to him. Could be like if he wins this fight by like knockout and then beats a top 5 guy, I think it'll be like the biggest. He'll probably have the most hype since McGregor came into the UFC, which is that's really impressive. So let's get into the prediction. First thing to note is that Marlon Vera is not he's not a chump. This is not Sean O'Malley versus a chump. This is Sean O'Malley versus a legit killer in there. That's what we're getting to see Saturday night. That's why it's the co-main event. It's a big spot for both guys. I was watching Marlon Vera. The dude's relentless. That's like the only way I could put it. He's in your face. He's always looking for an opportunity to either choke you out or knock you out. And you don't see that with a lot of guys in the UFC, and that's what you got with Marlon Vera. He was against a great athlete in Andre Owell, who had a 75-inch reach. I think O'Malley has a 72-inch reach. I think Marlon has like a 70 or 71-inch reach. But yeah, 75-inch reach. And if you watch Andre fight, he's a tremendous athlete. And Vera was able to pressure him, tire him out, and eventually get the finish. If you guys watched the fight, he went for this crazy, he slipped across, went for this arm triangle that he almost finished from like the standing position. That was crazy. And then in the third round, he saw Owell getting tired. And what he did was, which led to the finish, Owell ducked his head like this, trying to slip punches, got a little lazy. Marlon Vera, relentless, immediately grabbed his neck, went for the choke, threatened it. Owell was able to escape, but he went to his back. He was so tired, he really couldn't get out of position. He got finished with some ground and pounds. So, Marlon Vera, and you guys saw in his last fight against Song Yadong, one of the top prospects at bantamweight. He threw the whole kitchen sink at him. And Marlon Vera was there in his face the entire fight. I think Vera won that fight. Some tendencies I noticed from Marlon Vera: he enjoys getting in firefights. He tends to kind of stand in front of his opponent. So against a guy like O'Malley, that isn't a great thing because he's very good at hitting you in ways that you don't see the punch coming, you don't see the kick coming, and that's how you get knocked out. So Marlon Vera, definitely his tendency to kind of stand in front of guys is something that may put him in danger against a sniper like O'Malley. That being said, I do believe that the small cage favors Marlon Vera because he's the pressure fighter. O'Malley likes to move around, and we saw against Eddie Wineland, that was in the small cage, and O'Malley was still able to move, but I think a guy like Cheetah will be able to apply more calculated pressure, give a guy like O'Malley more problems in the smaller cage. That being said, we look at O'Malley, all we've seen from the guy is phenomenal striking. We haven't seen anyone who really can strike with him, who can hang with him for. Most of these guys can't seem to hang with him for a round, especially the most recent O'Malley, who's a lot bigger and a lot stronger than when he first came into the UFC. So, listen, if O'Malley is able to keep Marlon Vera off him, if he's able to sting him every time he tries to really come in, set him up with punches, I think we're looking at an O'Malley win. I expect him to set up counters, and I think those counters will kind of stop Vera in his tracks. But if O'Malley is unable to keep Vera off of him, I think we might see Marlon take him into some deep water, put him in some trouble, and that's Marlon Vera's path to victory. But I have not seen anything from Sean O'Malley that suggests that the striking of Marlon Vera will give him any problems. Obviously, the grappling is in question. Vera can be pretty aggressive with the takedown attempts. But I expect him to come out and try to strike with O'Malley. I think that'll be the plan. I think if a grappling opportunity presents itself, maybe he'll take it. But I do think we're going to see a stand-up fight here. And what I've seen from O'Malley so far is just that he's very talented on the feet. He sets things up very well to the point that I think Marlon Vera might be slightly outmatched. I think Marlon Vera might put himself in a few situations where O'Malley can hit him hard and hit him where you won't see the punch coming. And you know, if O'Malley sets you up, that'll kind of negate all the toughness and all the durability that we've seen from Chito Vera. So I'm taking O'Malley in this one, guys, but very exciting fight. I think that O'Malley should not be as big of a favorite as he is, but I'm still riding with him Saturday night. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will be releasing more prediction videos throughout the week, and I'll be launching, a big one on the trilogy fight between DC and Stipe. All right, peace.